Hello, folks. This story was sent to me by a subscriber and is intended for educational purposes only. Thank you for watching. 5 grams magic mushrooms. When my plants started giving life advice, I wasn't exactly expecting my evening to spiral into a full-blown interspecies therapy session. But that's what happened when I took 5 grams of magic mushrooms on a rainy Tuesday night. I was alone in my apartment, surrounded by my modest jungle of houseplants, mostly succulents and one particularly proud fiddle-leaf fig that I had named Larry. My plan was simple. Sit back, relax, and see where the shrooms would take me. What followed was, well, something else. About 40 minutes after ingestion, the room began to warp gently, the edges of reality softening like watercolor paint running in the rain. The plants, which until then had been quiet green ornaments, started to shimmer with an almost neon glow. That's when I noticed Larry, the fiddle-leaf fig, beginning to move. Or at least that's how it seemed. His leaves twitched in rhythm, and a deep, warm voice echoed inside my head. "You seem troubled, friend. Let's talk." I blinked, trying to convince myself I hadn't lost it, but the voice was undeniably Larry's. The figure in my mind wasn't just a plant. It was a wise old therapist, clad in bark and leaves, offering me sage advice. "You're watering me too much," Larry said with a tone of mild reproach. "Maybe take care of yourself like you care for me." I chuckled nervously, not sure if I was hallucinating or if my fiddle-leaf fig was legitimately roasting me. Then the smaller succulents joined in, their voices higher-pitched and full of sass. "You need boundaries," one said, its tiny leaves wagging like fingers. "You can't just say yes to everyone." The aloe vera had a calm, nurturing tone, suggesting I should maybe find time to heal from old wounds, just as it heals skin. Each plant had its own quirky personality, turning my living room into a bizarre group therapy session. At one point, the spider plant told me a joke. Why did the tomato turn red? Because it saw the salad dressing. I laughed so hard, I nearly tipped over a pot. The peace lily offered me a Zen breathing exercise, its leaves swaying gently like a meditation guru. As the trip deepened, the walls peeled away like petals, revealing a vast garden of cosmic plants, gigantic ferns shimmering with stardust, flowers singing in harmonies I could almost understand. I floated among these botanical beings, who communicated in bursts of color and emotion rather than words. Larry guided me through this cosmic jungle, explaining the interconnectedness of all life, from soil to star. Suddenly, I found myself on a giant leaf, drifting down a river made of liquid light. A group of tiny moss creatures invited me to join their mossy dance circle. I tried, but my limbs felt like spaghetti noodles in slow motion. We laughed anyway, and I realized the plants weren't just giving advice. They were showing me how to let go, be playful, and embrace the weirdness of existence. Back in the room, as the trip mellowed, the plants gradually returned to their usual green selves. Larry gave me a final nod and said, "Remember, growth takes time. Be patient with yourself." I smiled, feeling oddly comforted by the idea that my houseplants had my back. When the mushrooms wore off, I found myself watering Larry with a newfound appreciation, and maybe just a little less. My plants never talked to me again, but sometimes, late at night, I swear I hear a faint rustle, like a leaf chuckling softly at an inside joke only we share.